Wow. Season 12, Season 2 has continued with a banger. Honestly, this season is going to be a long season of madness. But let's dive into it. Let's not waste any more time. In this one here, we're going to start off with a couple that we didn't see last week. And this couple is going to be Debby and Mido. Now, if anybody knows and everybody remembers, anytime we get a Debby on this show, the Debby's always a freaking train wreck. The only difference with this Debby and the other Debbies is this Debby right here is Debby with a Y rather than with an I and E. So maybe she's different. Yeah, very unlikely. Let's dive into her situation real quick.
Movies and TV has Mido done in Egypt?
Mido's, honestly, he doesn't show me his work. Asked him to send me like reels of stuff that he's done, understand what they're saying. So he keeps telling me, I'll show you when I arrive and I'll explain to you what's going on.
Okay. So can somebody please tell me, what does he need to explain? The woman is asked to see your work. You tell her that you do movies and TV shows. So therefore, she just wants a little bit of context. She just wants to see footage of what you do. But because the footage is going to be in his own language, he's saying there's no point of her looking at it because she won't understand what is being said. So she just wants to see you on screen. That's it. Whether it's for 5 seconds, 1 second, 10 seconds, just something. Just to see what you do. Just to see, that's it. But nah, this man tells her that he's going to explain to her when he sees her. Huh? Like I said, every time we get a Debby on the show, it's always very interesting, isn't it? So far for me, she is the most delusional one of the season so far. But let's continue.
What's going on? But he's got hundreds of thousands of followers, so obviously he would meet.
So she believes just because he's got hundreds and thousands of followers in his social media account that he must be telling the truth about his career. He must be telling the truth that yes, he is this person that is a movie star, TV star, and he's famous in his country. See, Debby's got a daughter. Isn't it interesting? All Debbies always have children, but usually the other two Debbies have sons. This Debby's got a daughter, but remember it's Debby with a Y, so maybe that's why she's got a daughter. Don't know what that's relevant, but I'm just saying it might make it different. But more of the story is this. Hasn't her daughter told her that people can actually go online and just buy followers? People do all that, they just buy followers. Like legit. So, hello Debs. Pay attention to the details. This man does not want to show you his career. But yet he has the audacity to send her photos of him time and time again, you see, because right now he keeps sending her photos of himself doing like modeling and all this kind of stuff because he wants her to build in this portfolio. So when he comes to America, he can send her this portfolio and therefore she can help him get jobs modeling and being an actor and all that kind of stuff. And those photos, to be fair, aren't even professional. They look like just selfies, legit, like it's crazy business. But nonetheless, though, Debby's going to believe whatever Debby wants to believe because Debby's desperate for love, clearly.
Mido gets to America, his expectation is he definitely wants to be an actor, and he wants to be a major actor. I love you. So a great fear, because what if he arrives here and after 2 months realizes this is not going to be the place of opportunity?
Mido's not the first person to use an American to want to do something, Obviously, we know with Natalie used Mike because she wanted to come to America to become a movie star. Well, still waiting for that to happen. It's not happening anytime soon. She also wanted to be a model. I mean, she posted that she does model stuff. Whether or not it's legit model stuff, I don't know. But either way, though, we also had Miona. She came to the USA and, look at it this way. Natalie's not with Mike anymore. Miona's not with Jabri no more. Sophie's not with Rob anymore. And these are people that when they moved to the United States, they had certain dreams to do certain things. And most importantly, you know what else they had in common, including Mido? Well, let's get into it.
Supportive, but he's already asking if I would be willing to move.
You see? Remember Natalie wanted to move? She didn't want to live where Mike was living? She was more than happy to marry the man and she wanted to have a family with him, but she wasn't happy with where they were living because where they were living meant no opportunities for them. So therefore she sabotaged the whole relationship and moved, didn't she, now to Florida and now LA, I believe. Sophie, when she moved to the USA, she also did not want to live where Robert's living at the time. She also wanted to move to a different location. Miona also didn't want to live where Jabri was living at the time, and then she also wanted to move to another location. We've had the same thing with so many other cast members who've always had the intention of moving, and then all of a sudden, those same cast members aren't even with their American counterpart anymore. Remember Hamza in Memphis? Hamza wanted the city life, and all of a sudden he came to America, and then boom, bam, he ran off to Chicago. The list goes on and on and on. The moral of the story is, when are some Americans going to recognize that if you are having a conversation with a said person from another country and that person says, oh yeah, I want to come over, but can we move to said place? Look what happens. Ari had the same situation with Benihim as well. The list goes on and on and on. But Debbie. Maybe Debbie's different because this is Debbie with Y and Debbie with a daughter, not a son. Oh, but where does he want to move to though?
Move where?
Hollywood, New York. Mido is semi-famous on social media, but he does not post me on social media. Get as upset that he doesn't post about me as when he posts with other women.
You see, he's posting with other women because he's posting women that make him look good. He can't post one with you now because you would make him look good because you're an older woman who may not be as attractive as the other women that he's trying to portray with. And also maybe the other women also have status as well. So therefore it helps his status look great. Either way though, no man, no woman should be with somebody that's more than happy to post other people but never post their partner. Do you see what I'm saying?
That gets on my nerves. Mido is a 41-year-old virgin. He's gonna kill me for saying that.
Buddy, in like 2.5 months. 2.5 months that you haven't physically seen or touched in 3 years.
We actually broke up for a while. He was posting.
Before we even get into the breakup situation, does anybody believe that this man really is a virgin? He's somebody that claims that because he is a Muslim, he is strictly not going to have intimacy before marriage. But do we believe this to be true though? Come on. Give me your thoughts on that one. Give me your thoughts. Is this man really a virgin? Haha.
With this one Egyptian actress that's very famous, work, and that's his friend. I'm not dumb. I can definitely read a situation pretty well.
I gotta replay that one back.
I'm not dumb. I can definitely read a situation pretty well. His friend. I'm not dumb. I can definitely read a situation pretty well. Go silent.
I don't know who she's trying to lie to, but you are dumb because you haven't read none of the red flags thus far. Literally everything that's happened with you and him so far has not even put you in a mindset of recognizing that this man is trash and he's just using you. But of course, this is the thing that's quite fascinating though. I saw this post some years back where somebody came out to say that, isn't it interesting how women have this crazy gut feeling, this crazy, intellectual feeling, okay, when it comes to sussing out when the men are being unloyal, but for some reason, they don't have it when it comes to recognizing red flags. Or they don't have it when maybe, then this is the most key one, they can have this gut feeling when a man is potentially cheating, but yet they can never have this gut feeling when maybe the man is actually feeling down, when maybe he's in a depressed state, maybe when he needs her more than ever, he needs her to be the safe haven, he needs her in so many ways that are just, Moral of the story is she sat there and she said to us that I can read a situation. Can you really know? It's just crazy though, because I do find it interesting that a lot of the time there's a lot of women that spoke that gut feeling only comes when a man is potentially stepping out, but never in any other situation. Now remember, I said some women, not all women, because there are a lot of women out there, they know when their man is not feeling good and they will do what they can do to make him feel better. But let's not include Courtney in this conversation though, because what she was doing with Colt was just ridiculous.
Can last a couple of days, 2-3 days. That part of his personality was hard to become accustomed to. In his mode of no contact, it becomes frustrating.
Isn't this quite fascinating though? This man will also ghost her for however long and then she just accepts it because apparently he's in a mode where he just needs to separate. Now don't get me wrong, sometimes we need a day to ourselves. Sometimes we just want no contact. It happens. Sometimes we do need this. But when it comes to somebody that is a long distance lover, it's still important to still communicate something. Okay? Even because it's just necessary, isn't it? But you don't want that person to be feeling anxious about you doing X, Y, Z. It's still important to communicate when you need time out. But hey, she wants to accept this man for what he's doing so far. So you know what? So be it. But hey, it's going to be her madness. That's going to be an exciting time for me to watch and for me to review and for you guys to love it back. I'm so mean. Anyway, let's move on to the next one. This one here is all about Catie and Josh.
Make commitments, and maybe one commitment you can make is to not keep kissing other people.
How do you ask someone for like a no-brainer commitment? That shouldn't even be a question.
That she makes out with people partly from insecurity, and partly I think she gets a bit of an impulsive rush from playing. I mean, I don't
It doesn't mean you should excuse her behavior, you donut.
feel loving when you're playing with other guys. Like, I think that's
At least they want to have sex with me.
Catie and I.
Like, she's literally telling you, if you don't give her enough kisses and you don't give her enough bedroom time, then she's always going to go and do that bedroom time with other people. Which brings me to ask this question here. So far, she's only ever admitted to kissing other guys when she's gone out to places. Never said anything about things going further. But if somebody has this abandonment issue to the point where she has to kiss other people, and also has this frustration issue where if he's not giving her intimacy, well, then she's annoyed, then who's to say that when she goes out, she's not just sleeping with men as well? I'm not believing for 1 second that she's only just kissing.
When we don't have sex, she closes up a bit, and I don't have that same reaction, but I know that sex is so important to her. So I feel that she's I think a bit more relaxed.
So he believes that she's a bit more relaxed now that he's obviously in America and they've had a little bit of intimacy. Broski, she's only relaxed right now because you did it to her, right? Because you had sex with her, right? But what happens when you don't? To be fair, from Cambridge. Maybe people from Cambridge are all donuts because, boy, I don't know people like him.
I definitely feel more connected to Josh after having sex. It feels like we're in a good place, and so I'm hoping that in the next 90 days, we'll be more sexually compatible and ready for marriage.
Translation, when she says more sexually compatible, she's basically saying, I hope that obviously while he's here, we have intimacy like every single day. And if we don't, then I'm going to go elsewhere. But if we can have it every single day, guess what? Then I'll happily marry him. Whew, boy, yeah. But you know what, folks? She's not a red flag in any shape or form, because Josh sees nothing wrong with her behavior.
I think I made out with 90% of the single men at the run club.
Any of these makeouts happened after you were already in a relationship with Josh?
Yeah, some of the makeouts have happened after I met and was already in a relationship with Josh. It's really hard for me to resist kissing other people. Like, the compulsion part of OCD is like, you do a thing.
I just love the way she has to bring in OCD into this. OCD this, OCD that. It's freaking jarring. Why are you using OCD as the reason why you are a serial cheater? Does having OCD make you want to impulsively kiss multiple people or make you into a serial cheater? Let's see what Google has to say. No, OCD does not cause you to become a serial cheater or compel you to impulsively kiss multiple people. In fact, OCD frequently does the exact opposite. It often causes people to experience intrusive, de-stressing thoughts about unintentionally cheating or cause them to question their own attraction to a loyal person, to a loyal partner. So, yeah, but hold on a minute. What about when, oh God, you are drunk? Because she says drink and OCD is what creates her to be this person that does all these things. Does drinking actually make OCD symptoms worse? Nah, that's not what I want to know. Drinking and OCD blamed for wanting to make. Oh no, this is actually about her now. Now it's just showing me things about her. Yeah, listen, there's no research here in any shape or form that says that OCD and alcohol makes you want to be a serial cheater. Let's double check that. Does OCD and being drunk make you into being a serial cheater or to want to impulsively kiss other people? Let's see what it says. No, the combination OCD and alcohol does not transform you into a serial cheater or make you truly want to impulsively kiss multiple people. There we go. This woman is full of trash, and Josh is even more trashy than her, because he's the one that's choosing to accept this ridiculous, ugly, moving mad behavior.
To like neutralize the obsession, but then when you do the compulsion, it actually makes it all worse. And then I know that Josh forgives me when I make out with people, but sometimes I'm worried, oh, is this the last time? Like, I don't think I could do it every week, or I don't even.
I'm worried that, oh, this may be the last, oh, I could do, what?
I don't want to do it every week, but I don't space with us, like, especially after last night, because I know I've been particularly unhinged before we start drinking, what kind of headspace I am in the future.
Before I start drinking, I should check what my headspace is in the future. Huh? So, okay, let me get this straight. So if a headspace is, oh, I'm feeling a bit abandoned right now, maybe I shouldn't drink. But if I don't feel abandoned, then I should drink, with the hopes that drink won't make me want to still kiss other people.
I feel like I've come to the US willing to like have a new chapter with Catie and move forwards, and we've got these 90 days to prove to each other that
And we banged.
To prove to each other? What do you need to prove? Like, what do you need to prove to her? But that's a very good question, you see, folks, because there is something that he has to prove to her. Yeah, wait and find out, because, boy, calamity.
Before, I banged both Josh and Mark one time. Not one time, like 3 times. Insecure?
I mean, like, do you want to be with me?
Yeah.
Okay, well, there we go.
I can't believe what I'm witnessing, folks. It's making me freeze. I feel like I'm glitching in the Matrix right now.
Maybe I'll think about like the chemistry I used to have, or like a brief thought will cross my mind.
The way she just casually sat there and said that sometimes, you know, I do look at those guys and wonder if I'm going to have an intrusive thoughts of where I'm going to want to sleep with them again. But hopefully that doesn't happen. So basically, if it does happen, that means she's going to sleep with them. And this guy just sat there, just stood there, not processing what she's actually telling him.
Say something in the hope that it will become true. And I hope that this isn't one of those situations, and I don't want to be living in a relationship where I'm second-guessing things.
But you are, though.
To prove her commitment to me and to us, or this relationship, it won't work.
So he thinks that she needs to improve her commitment, prove her commitment to him, which he's not wrong. But what he doesn't recognize that she's actually testing him. She wants to see if she wants to see if he's going to be more than happy to put up with every single thing about her that is effed up, basically. This is the issue. So before we go back to the thing about we've got to prove to ourselves, yeah, she's trying to figure out whether or not you're going to just accept her for being a wild person. To be honest with you, she should just be a swinger. Let's just call a spade for spade. The girl obviously has this crazy side to herself. So she should forget the whole relationship thing with Josh. Find a man that loves to do the whole wife's partner swap type thing. Do your thing. Go do it. But this right here ain't it. But this man right here, he ain't recognizing that. Buddy, she's trying to see how far she can go with things and how much you're going to accept it. She literally told you that if she has a thought of sleeping with these 2 guys that she's already slept with multiple times, she will do it. Yeah, I'm done with those 2. Let's move on to the next one.
Maybe at a party on the lake or something, I kissed a chick or had a few too many, we're just having fun. And to me, that's not cheating, that's having a good time.
And then we've got Shea. This man said that, listen, if I go out with my friends and just, you know, have a little kiss here and there, it's just a little bit of fun. It's a part of what we do. No wonder why he's nervous about his ex having a conversation with Annabelle. He's definitely trying to get back with his ex at one point. I can't wait for Annabelle to meet the ex. I want to see what the ex is going to have to say. So far, he's saying the ex is just vindictive and she's just trying to sabotage him. I mean, although that may be true, it doesn't change the fact that she may have to tell Annabelle like things about you that she needs to know. Because boy, ladies and gentlemen, we've got more than one cheat on this season so far. So far, we've got Mido who disappears, does his own little thing when he's in Egypt. Then we've got Catie who literally cheats in front of her old person. This person accepts it, which is wild. And now we've got Shea who clearly just admitted that he also has cheated. Infidelity season it is.
See him, but I was surprised when I see him again. Oh my God, his body is a little bit big again.
Now I want you to pay attention to this because you see, after watching this segment, I recognize that this woman, when she comes in his life, she comes in life to generally better him. But when she's not there, his life goes completely the opposite direction. Let's get into it.
I clean it good, his ass, his ball, his eggs. Egg no ball. Okay, let's go. I don't like his penis, a bad smell.
Now please do proceed with caution because this is something that I found very strange and I have to ask the question.
It's good. Yeah. And the armpit. And it's... This reminds me of the Philippines. Yeah. You this one?
So you see in this scene here, she's obviously cleaned him completely. Now right now she's cleaning the private parts. But this flannel never changes.
That's good. Yeah.
And now she's cleaning his face with the same flannel she just used to clean his private parts. Now I'm going to tell you this now, folks. When you are having a bath, obviously we know that when we're having a bath, our dirt lingers around in the bath with us. So the flannel that you use to clean yourself in the bath is going to be quite filthy from the dirt it's picking up that's in the bath. Now, of course, you can still go ahead and use it to clean yourself within your body, but never your face. Oh, that means you're putting all of that dirt from your body onto your fat face. Oh, God gracious. Oh. Either way, though, apart from the disgustingness of this whole scene, one thing that I will say, it is very clear that she's a woman that when she's around him, she likes to try and better him, better his health, and obviously make sure he stays clean. All right, but it's quite concerning though that a grown-ass man needs a woman to come in his life and actually clean him like this. But hey, I won't lie to you, I wouldn't mind it myself. But me and him are not the same.
I'm excited tonight.
I'll have to.
Let's clean your ass. Let me give me your ass.
Even if I take a poop, Annabelle is trying to get me in the shower or a wet rag, and I'm like, that's not what we do here.
Yeah, more of the story is Annabelle was somebody that likes to look after a man. I'm moving on, and now I'm going to move on because that was too much. I don't need to sit there and talk about that one for too long. Let's move on to the next one. Ashia. Yeah.
First, no smoking, no drinking, no kids. I don't want him like just so diehard guy that you can't have fun, you know? Organized, athletic built, great lover, healthy, knows his purpose, good hygiene, good hair. But that's just part of it. It was long.
So this woman has a ridiculous list of all the things that the man should be able to do and not do. What a great start.
Determined to get your man to the U.S.? Oh, 100%, 110%. Maybe the way that I thought it was going to be done is different than what God had planned, getting Maxwell to the USA.
You know, this whole God thing is quite fascinating because she believes that... So the way God had planned is now being diverted by other complications, right? All right, cool. Let's just continue.
I was hoping for an appeal. The attorney is saying that's not an option. And I just feel, defeated, disgusted, irritated.
So you could file another K1 petition. Another option would be you could get married.
What would you say the K1, like how long do you think versus the CR1?
So the K1 right now, it really varies, but you're looking at probably around a year and a half. Okay. CR1, you're looking at probably around 2 years or so.
Right, let's just look at the information we have in front of us so far, okay? But we've got to stick with the whole God conversation because this is very key to this, very vital to this. She says that obviously, I don't believe this is how God had planned for him to come here. Okay, but what if God is actually showing you that maybe this man is not the man for you? So if you believe that there was a plan of him making it easy for you and your partner to be together, and that way of making life easier has now been made harder, don't you think it's a sign? I mean, listen, it can be a sign and a test in different ways. It can be a test of saying, okay, how far are you willing to go to want to be with this man? Maybe that's what God is trying to do. He's trying to test you. Trust your strength, your love, your loyalty, your bond. Or maybe God is just trying to say to you, hey, I'm making this hard because this is not the man that is for you. How about that? But nah. This woman is hell-bent on making this man, trying to find a way to make this man come to America. But she's already found out that she has to wait at least another 2 years anyway.
Not what I would think.
And you're saying a year to two. Is there a possibility that it might be denied for any reason?
It's possible.
I mean, so what options are they leaving us? Literally, for me to marry Maxwell, live thousands of miles away, and continue life like that, that doesn't even make sense. I'm 38. My biological clock is ticking. I do not have time for this.
Actually, it makes all the sense. Let's go back to how she likes to live life based on God. So what if God is letting you know that clearly he's put all of these obstacles in front of you because he's trying to tell you more than ever that you need to leave this man alone because he's not the man for you. She wants to talk about signs. Yeah, talk about obviously the Lord Almighty himself in particular. Well, there you go. He's letting you know that this man is not the one. Walk away. But you know what though? When she started talking about her biological clock, I was like, so because you're 38, you don't want to restart again because you want to have your kids real soon. To be honest with you, she was better off because you have to understand something here. They're going to have to wait at least another 2+ years anyway for this man to come to the United States unless she decides to move to Nigeria. Okay, but if you wait that 2+ years anyway, that means by the time that happens, she's going to be 40, maybe even 41, depending on when her birthday is. And don't get me wrong, she'll still be in a position where she could probably still have a kid. But I'm just saying to you that if you're gonna wait 2+ years, you might as well break up with him, like God wants you to, and then just go find somebody else in America who can, you can have kids with straight away if you want, if that's what God wants for you. Yeah. I don't know. But this woman right here, bonkers. Nothing right with her. But now we're going to move on to the next one, the last one. This one's all about Marissa. Now, Marissa is an interesting one, you see, because you see, Marissa's kids have brought up some very interesting points here, and they made me really question her a lot.
I didn't even know they were dating for until last year. So it's only been a year since I've known him, and he's just coming to live with us. So it's just oh, Edward comes here.
It's quite concerning, isn't it, that that her son, the oldest son, is having concerns about how quick this is moving. Yes, she knew that her mum was with this man, but only knew recently they were actually to get together. And also on top of that, based on the conversation, it seems as if the kids haven't even met him before, haven't even had a face call with him before. And now they just have to accept that this man's coming in to live with mummy and them? Interesting.
Will he have money? When he was there, right? So where did he work?
He worked at a hotel, all-inclusive resorts like they do over there. And, that skill set isn't really...
And this whole time, the kids didn't even know what this man even did for a job. So basically, she's never actually had a conversation with her kids about this man. She's only had a conversation about Edward now that he's coming to the States. Interesting.
Useful here. That skill set isn't really useful here.
Is he going to get an allowance?
It's a good question. Probably. I'm going to have to help pay for money that we would, a normal person maybe here would get for 1 week is what Edward would get in his country.
Although this information is very educational for the boys to learn regarding how currency works in different areas, again, it still proves that she didn't have conversations with her kids earlier on about Edward. And I'm going to say it again, interesting. And trust me, I'm going to get to why I keep saying interesting eventually.
For a whole month.
A bit nervous.
Yeah.
Because it's just going to be another guy coming to live with us.
Mm-hmm.
And this is why I kept saying interesting. The boy was asking question after question after question. Because it seems to me as if mummy has a potential bad habit of just bringing guys to come and live with her and her sons. Now, of course, I could have maybe taken that out of context. Maybe the son means something completely different. But that's just a reaction that I had at first listen. And the only reason why I say that I may have taken it out of context is because...
Nervous.
Yeah.
Because it's just going to be another guy coming to live with us.
Mm-hmm.
Him, but I don't know him.
Yeah. It's a little scary.
Yeah.
But then when I rewatched it again, and he said, because I don't know him, it says it all. So that's why I was like, well, because she said I don't know him, I guess maybe she doesn't always necessarily bring guys there all the time. But it still doesn't change the fact that your sons don't even know him. This is a massive health and safety situation. This is a massive relegations. What is it? I forgot what the word is or the term is. But at the end of the day, you're bringing a stranger into your home with your kids. Come on, you got to do better. And your kids, and most important, the kids have to feel safe. Do they feel safe bringing a stranger around them to live with them straight away on the first meet?
And I think that you have to remember, like, your dad's always going to be your dad, right?
You're going to say, yeah, coach, take it slow. Not like coming in and like being like, oh, hello, my son.
So I'm going to have a conversation.
The fact that he had to tell her that I hope we can take it slow is crazy business. But there ain't nothing slow about it. She's making these kids meet this man straight like that. Live with this man just like that. Son, there's nothing slow about it. So good luck with that one.
With Edward, because if you're not happy in any way, then this isn't going to work out. First with Michael was challenging for the kids. Mostly for Derek, he was a little older than Cole, are the number one priority in my life. Making sure that they feel comfortable is critical to me.
I don't believe in one bit. If that was the case, then why is it your sons haven't met this man before? Why is it your sons didn't even know nothing about him? They had to ask you all these questions literally upon him arriving here. Now, of course, information has come out regarding these two. I made a video before talking about how her and Edward were engaged because he had proposed and she said yes. Which is fine because 90-day fiance means, generally speaking, that person's your fiance, right? But now information has come out to say that yes, they have now been they are now married. Which brings the question, so are these two, were they married while this was filming is the real question. I'm going to say that they probably wasn't married when the filming began, purely because their wedding seems to have happened in October. No, my apologies. In November of last year, okay? And because it happened of November last year, bear in mind filming takes up to about a year to maybe a year and a half, give or take. So that means there's a chance that when they apply for the show, they probably were just engaged. But obviously at some point during the show, or maybe when the show finished filming, they then got married, which therefore means that clearly, obviously, it does make sense to be on the show. But let's not distract myself from the real problem here. The real problem is that your sons don't know this man. This is not good parenting. Don't care how she wants to flip it, how she wants to look at it. This is poor parenting. And your son had to question you about him. That is terrible. They haven't even had a face call with him. We live in a world now where you can do a FaceTime for a reason, video call for a reason. Not even that. It's quite sad and quite pathetic. But hey, with that being said though, let me know your thoughts down below and stay tuned for some more 90-day content. Don't forget to hype, like, subscribe, and have a great day. Thank you so much for your time.